Yes, so interesting conversation. Yes, so welcome again to the second part of this video, which I am trying to analyze and bring out some things. This is the video about IFEANYI, the lady that called the police on her mother in the US. And I've made the first video. It was getting long. I had to cut it. So this is a continuation of that video. In case you haven't seen the first video before this one, please go and watch it, or you can still watch this one. But I need you to go and start from the beginning so that you will understand some of the things I already said before now, which I'm not going to repeat myself because I wouldn't want the video to be unnecessarily long, too long. Okay. So quickly, I'm going to continue with the conversation she had with Daddy Freeze, and let's see the things I want to actually bring out. And like I said, my heart goes out to all the ladies out there who are training their children right now, who are training all alone, raising their children, left alone by their husbands, who feel that once marriage is over, they are free to go. The product of the marriage or the relationship, they don't care. And these children will grow out sometime in life. That's the worst, the most heartbreaking part of it. That's part of what I'm going to say. Grow out and then they'll still go back to the same man that abandoned them. All right. So let me continue the conversation with this with IFEANYI.
Got depressed because for a long time I've known that I was a healer, and I was pushed to go to school, and I'm grateful to go to school to have that experience. But now I know that I was never meant to be a registered nurse because I don't resonate with Western medicine. I just don't. So coming out of that depression, I met the father of my child, and then we were together for almost 3 years, but the relationship became toxic. I don't really want to go into detail, but it became toxic, and we had a big disagreement, and I was pushed to have to make a decision of staying in that toxic environment, or either being homeless with my daughter or returning to my mother's home. Honestly, my mother and I, before this situation, um, we didn't talk for 6 months.
So let me take it from there, what I was saying before in my previous video. You see, she got into a relationship with the father of our baby. So this is to tell you, one, that she isn't married. See, young people of these days, when they tell you to follow what the society has laid down as norm to live your life, you refuse. This is era of modernization. This is an era where you're free to live your life, and the man has no commitment on you, no commitment whatsoever. You move in because you're free and nobody can question you. You move in and leave the man, and you carry you carry a child for the man, and the day he is, I mean, he can just leave you anytime. And if you have someone who is committed in marriage, at least the family will be part of it. So let me keep that one. I'm just pointing out, youth, learn. Girls, learn. Parents, learn. Okay, so she was free. She moved in with a man. And from that point, you remember from her narrative that she, after college, discovered a spirituality that wasn't actually going well with her mom. Of course, she said it in the previous video. And so you can see that the conflict started there, and she had to move out, moved in with a man. And after some time again, she could not continue. The man became toxic. The mother, she had said earlier that she is toxic. Everybody is toxic. Only her is not toxic. Okay? She's the only one who is not toxic. Everybody is toxic. And she's a very spiritual person, and she doesn't understand how to manage people. All right, so she had to now move back to the mother. Just take note of this, women. I'm going somewhere. She had to move back to the mother. Very good. Kudos. Sometimes when you want to think you are exposing somebody, you're exposing them thinking that you're doing them evil. You don't even know you are announcing them. You don't even know that you are just announcing them to the world. People will begin to appreciate this woman now for all that she has been through, for all that she has done. All right? Okay, so let me go on.
And when I did have my daughter, my mom called me that day, and I live 2 hours from her. So she came to see my daughter. Mind you, we had no conversation prior to this. There was no apology. There was no reconciliation. She just felt that because now my granddaughter is here, I'm automatically back in your life. And so she was healthy, completely healthy. But me having a nursing background, I knew that a baby is supposed to have a bowel movement within 24 to 72 hours. So after that, when I noticed that she didn't have her bowel movement, I decided to take her to the hospital. So we went to the hospital and they decided to admit us to the NICU because she was only 3 days old.
Okay, where's your dad?
My dad is in Nigeria.
So let me take it again. This lady that is trying to paint this picture of herself, knowing what she's doing. And the mom was telling her that your spiritual practice is not actually good for you. It's not the best. This spiritual practice that led her to discover that she cannot practice nursing. Don't forget that this woman has trained her to be a nurse, must have invested in her going to school, supported her no matter how it is, whether you get sponsor from government, the family will still support you. Okay, she supported her, she became a nurse. And this spirituality that she discovered told her that she doesn't resonate with um Western medicine anymore. Okay, so she went out of it. But to show you the kind of spirituality that she's practicing and why the mother is right by saying this is not good, come out. When the daughter fell sick, that her practice, she still went to the hospital. The same medicine that her spirituality does not agree with. See how people just waste their lives in practicing one spirituality or one religion or the other. There's some people, they tell you one thing about their faith and the other. That's why they will abandon the certificate they earn. That's why they will not do anything in life that they are, oh my goodness. Because they discovered too much of everything is bad. Even some people that will do it in Christianity, there's some people that do it in Christendom. The way they will get into their religion, you begin to wonder, they will just live their lives. Just by the time they realize it's too late. So please, so keeping that aside, the same mom that wasn't caring ran to her, and you imagine her arrogance that she just came back to her life. She'd uninvited, thinking that because she has a grandchild, it's opportunity for her to come back. Who told you that this woman, it's even easy for her at her age to go and take care of a grandchild? You think it's so easy? Don't worry, soon you become one. I pray that you will live to become one. So you understand. Just because she put to bed. Anyway, let me get back. She's going to get into that where she talked about the father. Now, women, after this, I have something to tell you about your attitude towards your children or your men, your man, when something goes wrong. Just let's watch this first.
I'm not sure if he might be in Asaba.
What's your relationship with your dad like?
So right now, currently, we're on speaking terms. We only just now got back on speaking terms because before I had my daughter, I kind of had a lot of animosity towards people who hurt me. So after having her, it kind of made me want to reconcile and give people another chance in my life. My dad was one of them. Growing up, my daddy wasn't there. He wasn't really there much. He would come visit, then he'll go back, he'll come visit, and then the visits became less and less and less. And I would always reach out to him, text him, call him, try to have a relationship with him, but it wasn't reciprocated. So when I went off to college, I kind of decided I didn't want to chase after him anymore. I stopped wanting to talk to him. I no longer wanted a relationship with him. And I feel like I had a lot of anger towards him. So for years, I didn't talk to my father for years. I didn't talk to him because I resented him for not being there. I resented him for leaving us. And so I kind of resented him for it. I didn't talk to him for years. When I had my daughter, I just called him. I called him one day after like maybe 3 or 4 years of not talking to him. And I told him I wanted to tell him something. I introduced him to my daughter. He cried. He was happy. And we reconciled our relationship. And my dad, the reason I was so hurt is because whenever my dad was around, our relationship, he was the one that understood.
Okay, so let me just say something there before we continue. When she put to bed, she began to feel somehow. She began to have this sense of, I need to give people who have wronged me in life. Sense started coming to her. Okay? And she, on her own, decided to go and look for her dad and reach out to her dad. Hey, when you grow older, this one is just the beginning. You will understand more about your mom. Okay, so the next thing now, you've heard it there. The dad did not. The dad was the one who walked away, not the woman that chased her out. I want to give it to this woman again. I've said it before. I want to give it to her again that God is our witness. Her daughter thinking that she's trying to expose her is even bearing her witness that she was still accommodating the man after they broke up, coming around to visit the children until he on his own stopped coming. And this lady can even say it that even when she on her own tried to reach out to him on phone, trying to communicate, he ignored her. He never reciprocates and stopped talking. Okay, and she was the one that actually went back. You see, now let's listen to this before I say what I have to say again.
Me. He was the one that would talk to me. My dad isn't an angry person. He's very.
Do you think the reason why your mom is not with your dad is because of the way your mom is, according to you, toxic? Could that be a factor?
I do believe this, and we're working on building our relationship again because I understand that life happens, and he's apologized for not being there when I was younger. He feels bad about it.
She believed that the freeze, but you like to put words inside people's mouth. You that the freeze, you like to put words inside people's mouth. You like to put words inside people's mouth. Now, the freeze just looking for trouble. I know the way he put it on quote. So, do you think it's because your mother is toxic? That's why your father did not, left. She said yes. She believes that. She believes that, but she hasn't like before now said anywhere that it was the mother's fault. Okay, the mother is toxic, that's why the father went away. Oh my goodness. And then you see, now there's something I want to give to that woman. See, if you are a woman, let me watching this video, I want to say this to you, because some women are fond of that. They think that the way they want to punish a man for breaking up with them is by severing the heart of their children, is by taking the children away, making them to never have access to the man, never to have access to the woman. But you can see that this woman is a good woman. She didn't that. If she did that, this girl, the way she will be castigating her now. But thank God she has confessed that this man used to come around to visit, and then subsequently the visit became less frequent, and from there the man disappeared and the woman bore the responsibility. Even if you're under your mother's roof going to school, even if you get sponsorship from the government, you use light. She's the one that will pay the bill. She buys the groceries alone. She pays all the bills. She buys food alone. It is a lot, as I pray you will understand very soon. So the man that disappeared, okay, I said, thank God she was one that went back to look for the man. Not that the man called to apologize, but now listen to what she has to say. Some children can be very, very ungrateful.
And
Listen.
he's taking accountability, and he tries his best to have a relationship with me now. And that's all I ever wanted, was a relationship with him. 70.
Your dad's 70.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to have him around for.
So the dad, he said, is now trying to make up by make up by talking to her and all that. She is in the US and the dad is still in Asaba. They are not even together. Just by see, some children are like that. When And this is where I want to encourage mothers. I want to encourage you. Don't give up. Forget that this girl is just one of those black sheep, but don't give up. You know, so there's something with us mothers. Because you're the one that is always with the children, and because you are the one that is always there when they are doing things that are wrong, you want to caution them, you want to correct them, you want to try your best to take away bad habits from them. And so always, sometimes you shout, you're always shouting, they will say that they hate you. That, and then the daddy that comes around, and for that very short period is around, they will run, daddy, 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 because he knows it's just for a short time, we'll buy something for them. And if you want to scold them as usual, oh no, 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 leave him now that I know when I go to visit my sisters and all that, if their children are doing something, I say, because I'm around, I know you, they say, just leave them. Just leave them. Mommy, don't shout at her again. Just leave her, because I'm around. Nobody should make this child to cry. They'll say, yeah, a very good auntie. Don't mind our mommy. Our mommy is our mommy is a very bad person because she's trying to correct you. But if you come to stay with me and stay for some time, you will know that those things your mom is trying to correct you for, I will still do that. That's how it is. You know, so when you just pay your uncle a visit, you remember, if there are certain things, you just come for holidays 1 week, and there are certain things they will just overlook because you're just here for a short time. So when the man comes around for the short time, he tries to just pet the children, try to bring them to his side to make up. And for her now, the man is very good person. He doesn't shout. He tries to talk to her. He understands her. The woman that's trying to mold her, because she's the one that's always there, seeing all the bad habits they are trying to bring in, is now the one that is a short person, that is a bad person. If you're a mother watching this video and your children are seeing you as being bad because you are correcting them, please don't give up. Tomorrow will tell. Don't give up. And let me say this again, some women today, that is where I am also trying to warn you, you that you are abroad now. I've seen so many of you around. You don't want to tell your children that what they're doing is bad, because according to you, unquote, you don't want to lose them. If you get angry, they will not be your friend again, and you will lose them. Lose them to who? Some people will say, no, you have to be their friend. You can't be your child's friend and give him the proper training of a mother. Friends, you know how friends, check your friends now. Check your friends. There are certain things that, because this person is your friend and is doing it, you will know inside of you that is not good, but you don't want to hurt his feelings. See, you will not tell him that that thing he's doing is bad. You just find a way. You won't say it. 80% of your friends will not tell you that what you're doing is bad. You can. Very difficult friends, and those are very good ones. So that being my child's friends, in quotes, they will not share all the bad pranks, the secret they are doing for you. You'll laugh because you don't want to, stop them. You don't want to correct them. So if you're a mother and you're watching this, please don't fall victim of this blackmail of not being their friends. If you want to discipline a child and be a mother, I know when I was growing up, I have mother, my mother is there, I have friends. You have mother, you have sister, you have brother, you have uncles, you have friends, you have very close friends. So you have different people that are fit into that relationship. That's why you have a lot of people in your life. You have your parents in your life. Parents is not friend, and you have your friends who are your mates and all that. So parents are losing their children already in the name of keeping them. You are losing them, because when you grow up, may it not be to you like this. So you don't talk to your children. So because the father doesn't talk to her, because the father is not even always there to see what is wrong. So the father is a good person. Mothers, please, if you're a kind of mother, this IFEANYI kind of mother, because from what she's already saying, I can see the woman tried her best. I want to say, keep it up. Tomorrow is posterity will tell. It's not today. Whatever we are doing today as parents, me personally, I don't do it for today. I do it for tomorrow. That's what makes me happy. What you will come to think about me in 5 years, 10 years time. That is what I care for, because I've seen it already. I sit back today now and I appreciate my mother. And I'm one of those people that I am regretting that if she's here now, she will understand that I now understand. But I don't have that opportunity. I know when it was very difficult and all that, we just feel like this woman. In fact, sometimes you start questioning yourself, is she really actually my mother? If she's my mother, how can she be doing this to me? Well, it's now that I'm grown that I know that that thing I say she's doing to me, she was trying to make sure that I don't go wayward. She was trying to make sure that we don't go wayward. Today, I appreciate that. Okay, so she is giving credit to the man that left them, not minding what they are going through over the years, because the little time he comes around, he used to pet her and say, Mommy, don't beat her again, my angel, this and that. So talk to me, what's it? What is it? The man become a good person. Only God will pay mothers back. The mothers in this kind of situation, only God will pay mothers back. Now, again, I want to talk to mothers who, like I've said it before, I said it, when you are in a relationship with a man and it ends, and the relationship is not going well, and the man leaves, you're now trying to you're trying to poison the hearts of your children by yourself, manipulating things, manipulating them. Or you are the kind of woman, now let me give it to you again. You're the kind of woman that when it ends and the man left, and then you now take your children, you want to do everything. Yeah, go, I can take care of them. You shield them from having any contact with the father. Even when the father wants to bring money, bring anything, you don't want to collect. Stay. Ozuzuzucha, onye nwe nwa nwe nwa. If you finish suffering alone, you see this one now, the mother is not even at fault, and it's like this. If you finish carrying the load alone, carry it alone, tomorrow those children will go and look for their father. Look at her now, that the priest is now telling her, now please, the man won't be long, do everything you will do. Nobody's talking about the years. After all, he has suddenly from somewhere came to now apologize, or came to, according to her, they reconciled. He's not even saying that the man apologized. She was the one that called him, reached out to him, and they apologized. They reconciled. Okay? So if you are that kind of woman, that you are the one shielding your children from reaching out to their daddy because you're no more in good terms with the man, I am sorry for you. Your husband is trying to reach out to take care of these children. Or your husband's people. Some people, they lose their husband, but the family is trying to reach out to take care of this. He said, no, I don't want them. He's a really care uncle. You carry the load alone. When you finish stressing yourself, when you finish suffering yourself, and these children grow up, they will look for their family. It is natural. They will look for their father. They will look for him. No matter what, they will look for him. So don't kill yourself. Don't overflog yourself because you want to now use the man to punish the children, want to use children. They will look. I've never seen, except those who witnessed that their father was actually a bad person, except those who witnessed by themselves, they saw it by themselves with their koroko eye, it happened before them. Except those ones. But if you are the one, even those ones, they will still go back. They will still go, because this is natural. I don't know why it is like that. I don't know why women carry such cross. So I want to encourage you. There are so many people I already know that when they are reaching out, either the man's family or their family, the man is trying to reach out to give them anything to support. They say, no, I don't want his money. I don't want this. Oh, suffer alone. When you finish, they will still go and take care of their fathers. Respecting your parents, you now do whatever they ask you to do that is not good. There's a way you can still go about your life, doing what you have grown to believe that is the right thing, without disrespecting or insult. You can still be resilient. You can still insist on what you have discovered to be true and to be a better thing, a better way of life than your parents had. You can still resolve that without coming to make mockery of your parents. So I want to wrap it up here, and I want to say thank you so much for being with me till now. This is Dora Vlog on Facebook. Please, if you are watching me and you haven't followed my channel, please just click on that follow button now and drop your opinion about this matter in the comment section. Drop your advice to our youth. This video is mostly about our youth and parenting abroad. Please drop your opinion, drop your counsel. If you have had experience, you are now in your later times of your latter of your years, and you've had experience raising children abroad, you feel someone can learn from your experience, please also drop your comments in the comment section. On YouTube, I am Inspiration Gist with Dora. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share. Most importantly, please, this is a message I am just spreading out so that our society will be better. I am like the voice crying in the wilderness. Make way. Yes, so make ye straighten your paths, because you know the things that are happening today, anything can happen tomorrow. If you're a young person, please, all this, in fact, let me keep it and talk about that one in another video, because our young people these days, hey, especially with these two we have now, social media, you can just make video and start any little thing that is happening in the family, you start. In fact, I'll talk about that in my next video. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you again in my next video. God bless you.